Hi guys, it's Tracy from Nova Scotia Living. Today's the day before St. Patrick's Day and I'm just about to make lunch. My daughter was here last night, my oldest daughter. She's here today, but she made spaghetti last night. And there's leftover sauce, so I'm going to make some goulash. The little kids didn't have any spaghetti because it was late at night. So I just thought I'm going to use up what we have because I have some plans for today. This is just some water I'm starting to boil. I'm going to add some salt to it. And yeah, it's an easy lunch. And goulash is something you can make a whole bunch of. When I was little, we used to call goulash chop suey. I know it's not chop suey, but that's what we called it. I put lots of salt in my pasta water because, yeah, it really seasons the pasta. The sauce is starting to boil. I have it on medium high. I'm going to turn it way down here in a minute once it was cold. I put it out in the porch, and here in Nova Scotia it's really cold. So my porch is like my second fridge in the winter, which comes in handy. So anyways, I have some plans for today. I'm going to make some Irish soda bread for the first time. I've never done it. And I'm going to prep for, I need to make a trip to the store to get things for a boiled dinner tomorrow, which a lot of people have corned beef and cabbage. We usually do it with salt pork, and so that's what I'm going to go to the store for, to get some cabbage. We got potatoes, we got carrots, but I get a turnip or two as well, and I'll just prep it all today. And yeah, oh, I also want to try to make some corned beef hash, I guess. So I'm going to pick up a couple of cans of corned beef, and yeah, we'll make that tomorrow, but I'm going to bake some potatoes today for the hash for tomorrow morning. Anyways, I'll check back in after lunch, and we might take a trip to town together. Okay, I just got 2 buckets. Beef short ribs. That's what I'm going to get. Usually I was going to do pork, but I don't see the buckets of pork, so we'll go with the beef. Give that a whirl. It is a little more St. Patrick's Day-ish, I guess. So I got 2 of those, and now I'm going to go look for the canned stuff. Alright, I found the corned beef. Oh, it's not focusing too great. But I think I'm going to get this one. And I don't know. I think I'm going to get 2. Oh, this is going to be kind of pricey, but it's St. Patrick's Day. So we're just going to do it. Oh, heck no. I put back our beef things. Look how much they want for a bucket. $32.99. The pork ones for $10.99, but they don't have any. But they do have the salted riblets in the vacuum pack, so I'll get some of those when I find out the price of those. Alright, I'm at the local McDonald's. I don't go here very often, but my son, with his own money, he gave to me to pick him up a Shamrock shake, so I don't think he's ever had one. I've never had one, so yeah, that's what I'm here for. But of course, the lineup is super long and super slow, but patience is a virtue. Yeah, could I get a medium Shamrock shake, please?
Okay.
And that's everything.
$4.25 per second, please.
Perfect. All right, folks. I just got done in town, on my way home, and I filmed a little bit coming into town. But it was like 5 minutes, and I remembered, and because I'm on my phone, I remember the last time I did a video, and it was like 3 minutes plus. I couldn't get it off my phone because it was too big to send to my Facebook Messenger to download it onto my computer, so I thought I'd do another little one here. I'll see if I can turn it around, because the other one, who knows, maybe it'll work. No, it's not letting me turn it around. Just a second. Okay, guys, I just thought I'd show you what I got before I put it away. Go get your cup, Mace. So I know some of this you've seen in the store. A bag of carrots, a thing of coffee, onions. We had onions and carrots here, but we can never have too many onions. We use onions all the time. 2 ham steaks, I'd chunk it up for a corn chowder. 2 things of corned beef. 4 packages of salt pork riblets, much more affordable than that $32 bucket. It's not picking it up. It's well, this is $6.91. They're all in that range. There's 3 apple juices. I got 3 tubs of margarine. They're $1 each. 2 things of sour cream. I actually use sour cream in my corn chowder too. They were $1 each. 2 rutabagas. Turnips. 2 cabbages and 2 boxes of variety oatmeal. And Miss Misha, can you say hi?
Hi.
Hi. Alright, that's it. So let's put this stuff away. Alright, I'm about to make that bread. The fire's pumping. It's quite warm in here. But I was just checking my sauerkraut. I'll put a link below. I made a video on how I check my sauerkraut. And I just had to make some more brine, so I'm just waiting for that to come down to room temperature. I'll top up my Crocs and put them back on the shelf. Hi guys, I just got done putting that soda bread in the oven. It's not done yet, but I'm going to start making something for supper. But I have to tell you, Mr. Mays, whoo, he was full of piss and vinegar today, is all I can say about that. Don't get me wrong, I love him, but jeepers creepers. So if you end up watching that soda bread video, you'll hear a lot of him hooting and hollering. But for now, I'm going to, I have leftover potatoes from the other day when I went on that road trip to the doctor's appointment, and there was a roast beef left over and potatoes. I have a package of hamburger in the fridge. I'm going to fry that up. I'm going to use those potatoes, open a couple of jars of veggies, and we're going to whip up a real quick shepherd's pie. So I'll bring you along, but I'm just going to get this hamburger fried up for now. Flip this around. I'm trying to use this new camera and I'm not used to it yet. I'll fry this up. I'll chop up an onion, and yeah, I'll bring you back in a few. Just doing the onion for the hamburger, and it's a good stress reliever when it works. Oh, what's in there? Let's try this one. Oh, that was better. I just had it sitting wrong. And we'll add that to the hamburger. I do it all at once, folks. I know some people say add this first and that first, or whatever. I'll scrape that out in a second. I just mix it all together and ta-da, it's all done. A couple tablespoons of onion powder, garlic powder, about a tablespoon of salt. I'm going to mix it all up together. I'll strain the meat, and then I'll put it back in the pan. And I put a little ketchup in here. And I have some drippings left over from the roast beef that was done in the stock pot the other day. So in a separate pan, or I could add it right to the less dishes. I'm just going to add it right to the hamburger after it is back in the pan with the ketchup and stuff. And I'll make a little gravy, not too runny. I don't like my shepherd's pie too runny. But there's so many different ways. And I know people are going to say this is a cottage pie because it's done with beef. Shepherd's pie is supposed to be done with lamb, but I just call it shepherd's pie. So if you don't like it, lump it. It's all good. So yeah, I'll keep doing what I'm doing. And I'll bring you back when I start adding the broth and stuff. Alright, I don't think I really need to strain it. There's very little fat in here. There really is. It was extra lean ground beef. I just read the package. So I'm going to add a little ketchup. I like a little bit of tanginess in my shepherd's pie. I'm sorry guys, this is kind of zoomed in. I don't know how to... I swear, I'll get the hang of this. And this camera doesn't sit on my little tripod that I have. It sits on my big one, but my big one's not that stable. So I'm just going to make sure, I'll turn the heat down to medium, because I want to get that heated through. And then since I'm going to just make the gravy right in the pan. It all depends on what I do. I do stuff different all the time. But I'm going to add a little tiny bit of flour, not that whole thing, to this. So it kind of coats it a bit. And then I'm going to add the broth. And I'll add a little more flour if need be. Because I don't want a floury taste. I want the flour to cook. But just so there's a little bit of a thickness to my meat. I love you too, but... Okay, now I'm going to add a little flour. I don't want it to get all clumpy, but just to get it thickened up. I'll add a little bit more if I need it. Can you get that thing out of the microwave? Yeah, so I'm glad that we saved the drippings from that roast beef the other day. I'm not going to use it all. And I might not use all the stuff I heated up either, but here, I need that a little bit more. Because the broth already has some seasonings that were in with the roast beef. There was onion and garlic, and I don't know what else he put in there, but you use what you have. So I just heated some up in a mug, and those clumps are onions and stuff like that. So we'll mix this up and just simmer it for a while. And then I'm going to heat up those leftover potatoes. Usually when I make shepherd's pie, I end up making 2 or 3 at once. But this time, no. And sometimes I don't even use ketchup. I use a little tomato sauce if I have a jar open in the fridge to use up. If I have some leftover veggies, cooked veggies in there, I would just add it to it. But yeah, that's thickened right up. I might put a little more sauce in there. I'm just going to add it all. I think it's going to thicken up enough. And those onions aren't cut up small, but they're just going to add flavor. So I'll bring you back. I'll heat up those potatoes, and then we'll start putting this thing together. Alright, I'm about to heat up these potatoes, so I'm just going to scrape them into a bowl and heat them in the microwave. And I'm going to use peas and corn. All my carrots are down in the basement, and quite frankly, I am just too tired to go down and get them. What I really want is a glass of wine and kick back and relax, but that'll have to wait till later on this evening. So these were just mashed potatoes, so I'm going to doctor them up a bit and make them whipped potatoes, because I like to scoop my potatoes on my shepherd's pie with an ice cream scoop. I'll show you what I mean. It's so much easier. Alright, I'm back. We're about to assemble this. So I put the hamburger into the sheet. It's nice and thick and tasty. I tasted a little bit. And there's home canned corn and home canned peas from my own pantry. And I'm just going to pour it on here. Spread it around. I usually do 1 can at a time, but I want to get this show on the road. This is going to be one thick shepherd's pie. I probably could have stretched it out into 2, but I don't think I would have had enough potatoes. So, people only need a little piece. I forgot to mention, I put pepper in the meat too. Alright. I couldn't get these as whipped as I liked, but I added some butter to it. Oh, this scoop doesn't work very good. I end up doing the whole pan like this. So I'll keep doing this, and when the pan gets full, I'll be back. Okay, the potatoes are all on, and I just take a fork and spread them around. I find if I try to dump all the potatoes all in one big clump on it, it's hard to spread it around without it getting all mixed up in to the vegetables and meat mixture. And I just want to say, oftentimes I add cheese into my potatoes. Parmesan cheese or shredded cheddar cheese or whatever I have on hand. I just don't have any today. Misha. So these are just straight up salt and pepper and a little milk and butter potatoes, which will be just fine. But I think someday I'll actually do like an actual shepherd's pie tutorial, or at least how I do it. And yeah, so that's what I'll do. So I'm going to stick this into the oven, probably at 375 for a half hour, and then I'll take it out and see where we're at. Alright, there we have it. I just took it out of the oven. It's 5:43. I usually let this sit about a half hour, but we'll see how long the kids will go without coming nagging me about dishing out supper. But they were snacking all afternoon, so hopefully they can hold off a bit. And yeah, some of the juices come up through. That's why it's orange around the edges, but it just makes the potatoes tastier. So yeah, when I have this dished out, I'll serve you up a plate. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes and I'm tired of waiting. So, it still might be a little bit runny. It all depends. So I classify this as a leftover shepherd's pie. God. Yeah, it's falling apart. Usually if you leave it a little longer, it stays together. But I don't really care tonight. I always break it up anyways. And I picked this corner because it was the one that seemed to be the, you know, the broth seeped through the top of it, but there it is. And like I said, I'll probably do an official tutorial of how I really make shepherd's pie. It's very similar to this, but that's why I'm classifying this as a leftover shepherd's pie, just throwing things that I had left over together into one dish. Throw it in the oven, and there you have it. So, yeah, I'm ready to dig in. Well, hello everybody. We already ate supper, and I'm just driving my oldest daughter home. Well, I'm at her house now. It's our old house. She just gave me the thumbs up that she got in the house safely. I don't even know if this is pointed at my face properly. This is my Vado. My new camera is home. I'm taking some of the videos off. And I'm enjoying it, but I need to get used to it. It's still really wiggly, and it doesn't fit on my tripod, so it's like I'm holding it for the most part, and I apologize, folks. But anyways, I just want to show you this view. This house will think that I'm videoing them. I'll see if I can... Over there is the Bay of Fundy. And St. John is right across there. If you guys know anything about the Maritimes, that's St. John, New Brunswick, way over there. And there's a ferry that comes from way over there over to the Digby port. Anyways, this is where the view that we had at our old house, but now my daughter's house. So anyways, I'm gonna drive home. Okay, we're coming up on the town. I had to turn the heat on in the van. It was getting chilly. I'll just show you a little glimpse of it. We'll pass the only gas station here right in the town. There's one up on the reservation, which isn't very far away, which is a nice little gas station too. There's a little grocery store. There's a health center, health clinic. Yeah, we're coming up to it. I will want to take like a little walk when the weather gets nicer down through the town, because it's a beautiful place. It's full of colorful buildings and colorful people, colorful energy. Like it really is. You can just feel it. There's beautiful artists here. So we're coming up to the gas station that I go to, and it's an independent run gas station. 2 pumps. That's where we're living. And that building with the lights, there's the post office right there. It's just a little building. And this is the grocery store / liquor store. So, right there, oh, the person's outside smoking a snag on her break. But yeah, I'll get out so you can see a little bit. And it's snowing out right now. Just light flakes. But the tide's out right now. And you can see there's a river, but usually the water comes right up. See this building here? Am I zoomed in? It's up on posts because the water comes right up to the edge. And over on the other side. But yeah, I'll take you for a walk down there sometime. My van. Alright, just a quick little before. There's my bread. There's some dishes. I'm telling you, I did a right proper mess today. All over here. Yep. Ain't no shame in my game. Yeah, there's the shepherd's pie. And one of my girls is hiding under the table because she doesn't want to be on the video, which is cool with me. So, maybe if I find my magic wand, I can make this all disappear. Let's see. Alright. Well, it worked. I got the dishes done. That thing in the sink is compost that needs to go out. I'm just waiting for my son to come downstairs to take it out. And I ended up hand washing some of the pots because they won't fit in the dishwasher. So, yeah. I'll be ready to start fresh tomorrow. Oh, there's one more thing I need to show you. Just a minute, I've got to get it out of the porch. Yeah, I'm pretty much beat, but this is one thing I have to do tonight. So, these are those pork riblets I got today. It's like salt pork. And what I have to do is soak the meat in cold water overnight. Drain the water, cover with fresh cold water, and simmer on in a covered pan for 2 hours. And then you add the vegetables and all that stuff. So I'm going to take these out of the package, put them in my stock pot, fill it up with cold water, and throw some ice on it and throw it out my cold porch. And I'll show you when I'm all done. There it is. I put ice in it. The ice is going to melt, of course, but I'm going to put it out in my porch, and it's really cold out there. It's cold like a fridge, even colder sometimes. Things freeze out there, but it'll soak overnight, and then we'll tackle this tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm going to sign off for now, but please like, share, and subscribe. And for all you moms and dads out there with a house full of craziness once in a while, you are not alone. So, yeah, this is Tracy, and I'm either riding a roller coaster or running up and running down peaks and valleys today, but either way, I'm going to appreciate the ride. Cheers, everybody.